Hello, and welcome to Chapter 14 of my 0% LTC of Order of the Crimson Orange. It's been a long time since we've seen one another, and that's mostly due to school and whatnot, as I've kind of mentioned before. But I'm back, at least for now anyway, with another chapter, and it's a defend map right after we just did a survive map. But just like before, we're going to treat it like a kill boss map, as that's how we'll end it much sooner than otherwise. This map will join by 3 new units: August, Warren, and Frank. August is a Wyvern Rider who isn't particularly great, but she's not horrible evil, and she's a flyer, so we're going to probably be using her anyway. Then we have Warren, a general, who was a boss quite a while ago, and while he's not amazing evil, his defense, as well as access to axes, in this map particularly, will be very useful. Finally, we have Frank, who is a godly paladin, on another level, just that I can barely, put down. Either way, I should talk about some of these first turn stuff. The positioning, obviously, of course, is very important. I used Luna on the right because I want August to get a kill, as well as not have our new shaman attacked by the light mage over there. Warren also used a hand axe, as we want him to try to at least chip away at some of these enemies on the right. Though in this case, that knight will go for our shaman instead. I do also get our dancer hit by that mercenary, as I don't want him to go after August, as our dancer isn't going to be in the line of fire anytime else in this chapter, but it's very important that we don't have August already hurt this early in the chapter, considering that she's going to be doing much more throughout. This next turn, we kind of clean up some of the enemies that we had on the last turn. This hit on the monk, not only on the enemy phase, on the player phase, is probably the most unreliable thing in the whole clear. And if I could find another way around it, I would have, but as far as I could tell, there was not really a good way to increase stats reliability. Either way, we're going to start using a lot of rescue maneuvers here, as well as trading. Warren, we want to have Iron Lance equipped. Not actually very important, but the Iron Axe sort of is on Dita. On the next enemy phase, there's going to be kind of an unreliable thing done. Well, not completely unreliable, but slightly unreliable thing done with Dita that honestly could have been better if not for me being greedy about this mercenary heal and trying to feed it to Algimas. As you can probably tell from jump cuts, there was quite a bit of fun maneuvering throughout the chapter, as I tried to remember the exact positioning that I want to have all of my units in. Also, you may be wondering why the heck I'm trying to feed kills to Algimas all of a sudden, and that's my own fault for not realizing that Algimas does actually need to be level 10 to promote. Not that he's actually going to really need to be level 10 for anything but some Seas maps. Here on the right, the shaman would be attacked by all 3 enemies, except for the fact that we have Sven used to lure over the archer, since he's a juicy target. Here, he doesn't get hit, but it's actually not important whether or not he does. It just can change what we end up doing slightly with him. Well, surprisingly, coming up on the second to last turn already, as we tried to get everyone closer in position to start doing everything we need to do. As I haven't told you yet, but I'm actually going to get all the treasures that you possibly can on this map. Which include a Master Seal in the bottom right, a Master Seal and a Light Brand in the bottom middle chest, as well as an energy ring in the middle left chest. And of course the speed wings on the boss, but that should just go without saying, considering it's a kill boss map essentially. I didn't fully explain the Dita thing, but Dita was going to be attacked by a mercenary with the Iron Axe, which meant that she was not going to definitely survive, which could be an issue. But then it ends up being that the knight also can attack her with a javelin, which obviously we don't want because it will end up with her killed usually. Thankfully, though, it's not an issue either, because she can at least get slightly better of a chance by wielding an Iron Axe. That's the only other part of the chapter where I feel like I probably could improve it there, but that also required not being greedy with an Algimas kill, which is also my own fault, I guess, for not realizing Algimas needed to be level 10 to promote. There's not much left to talk about as I speed up this enemy phase, because there was a crap ton of enemies attacking Frank. But most I can say at this point is just that there was nothing left except to take down the boss. The boss is a halberdier sitting on that forest, and he's not very fun to fight. He's got a spear, he's got a decent crit rate, he's not a lot of fun. Which is why, of course, we're going to rely on killer axe hits in order to kill him. Killer axe crits, I should say. Warren is going to killer axe the boss, and then Frank will swoop in with a Iron Lance, I believe, in order to get the kill. On the right side, we're going to clear a path to the monk who is sitting idly by himself, while also making sure to trade over this Iron Axe so that we have a not horrible hit rate on that monk. Here I, for some reason, do not use the Lance Rifle, which is a completely stupid thing to do that I guess the Hordo side of my brain was coming out with. Final thing of note to mention, I guess, is that after this chapter, we'll be getting the Master Seals, well, essentially Master Seals, for each of our lords. The only lord where that will matter is Waylon, who becomes a flyer on promotion. As for Algimas, he's a lord and gets quite a bit of con on promotion, so his promotion can vary in usefulness. However, at the same time, it can also be useful to increase his survivability as well. Either way, that's the end of the map in Four Torrents. We get a Silver Lance as well during this end sequence. And next time, I'll see you for Chapter 15.